Welcome. You with the nasty pastor. I'm back with another read, chapter read from out of the fall of America. Yeah, the fall of America. You know, I said it before. You know what I mean? I woke up with 3 years old, and I'm gonna say this to you. You know, when this book was published, I was 3 years old. And I cannot say I couldn't read. My mama wrote my name in the back of this Snoopy the Red Bandit book. I did ask her what it was, and she told me it was my name. You get what I'm saying? But I could see, you understand what I'm saying? I could see it. I just want assurance. You understand what I'm saying? Because I probably wasn't able to say 100% that's an N, 100% that's an O, 100% that's an R, that's an R, that's an I, that's an S, etc., etc., etc. You get what I'm saying? And I know I was no more than 3-4 years old because I got that book. I had that book on, I want to say, what is called Access Village today. It was called Laburnum Square in the 70s. I want to say I had that book there. I know I did not have that book at my great grandmother's house. I know that for a fact. But I do know I was in the 3rd grade at my great grandmother's house. But when we left our great grandmother's house, we was living over Matthew Heights, which is a subdivision now. I don't know what that subdivision is called because I don't go over there too much. But it's before you go across the Highland Park Bridge. I guess that would be called the 2nd or the 3rd Street Bridge. But anyway, you know, it was called Snoopy and the Red Band. That was my favorite book. So my mama put my name in it. You got what I'm saying? And when I recognized my name, I went to her and I asked her. You get what I'm saying? But the point that I'm making is this right here. You know what I mean? This shouldn't be called the fall of America. It should be called the spook that sat at the Islamic door. I ain't playing with you. I'm not playing with you. You know, there are some things about Islam I've been through. Because I've studied with the brothers. You feel what I'm saying? I've studied with them. I've been given literature. I went on to do my own research. You get what I'm saying? My own. And everything that I'm reading in this book, I'm going to say it to you again. Everything I'm reading in this book that I see, that I visualize that is going on in America, there is Muslims putting actions in it. Muslims. Let's go and dive into chapter 38. And it's a possibility we can clear this chapter out, and next week you'll be viewing chapter 39. The title of this chapter reading is The Fall of America, Foretold. Separation is the answer. Now, before we start, how many of y'all believe in separation is the answer? I don't. I believe dialect. I believe getting answers, resolving issues is the key to it all. What makes you not like this culture? What makes you not like this individual? Because like I said to you, you know, I say this to you once again about me. You know, I don't care what color you are. You know, one ignorant Asian, Caucasian, white person, Arabic, what else out here? Mexican, what else out here? You don't make me hate all y'all. You just don't. No, I don't like you. You get what I'm saying? I don't like you. So unless the whole culture think, move, and is of you, I'll never be a racist. I've never been a racist. Get it? I will never be, and I've never been a racist. I don't like you. You get me? It could be, the culture can be, your culture can have a population, and I'm going to do this on a small scale. 10 people. 9 of you are racist. You get what I'm saying? But that one of you that's not racist, look, I don't like 9 of y'all. You get it? But I love that one that's not racist. You understand me now? Let's dive in. Holy Quran 81, 6, 7, 12. And when the cities are set afire, and when men are united, and when the hell is kindled. Come on now. Let me read this to you again. And we're getting into the Quran. You know, look, this is a pre-recorded reading done in 2025. You're viewing this in 2026. I may be already in the Quran. If I'm not already in the Quran, believe me, it's coming. It's coming. Holy Quran 81, 6, 7, 12. And when the cities are set afire, the cities of America, you understand what I'm saying? The cities of America. And when men are united, men are supposed to unite then, because what we're going to do? Put these fires out, right? No, we're not going to. We're going to sit there and let it burn. Believe what I tell you, we're going to sit there and let it burn. Next one. And when the hell is kindled, you know when you kindle something, right? You know the meaning of kindle. That means it's getting hell started. You get what I'm saying? It's getting hell. You getting a nice warm flame in hell. Let me put it to you that way. If we don't unite, we're done, is what I'm really speaking to you. You get what I'm saying? So if these cities start burning, it's time to unite. It's time for us to get together, really buckle down, figure this. And once again, it said men. This has nothing to do with women. You get it? Has nothing to do with women. The folding up is the title taken from the first verse of the chapter, in which the above verses are found. When the sun... Hold on, give me a minute, I gotta get this bookmark off. All right, here we go. When the sun is folded up, Holy Quran 81, 1, symbolically prophesies the folding up of a recorded work, a record of what people have done, as its use will no longer be necessary. This chapter refers to what takes place in the resurrection. One party is recorded as a beginning while the other party is discontinued. We see this clearly being made manifest today. War causes the destruction of civilizations, does it not? Does not war cause the destruction of civilizations? We just witnessed what they did in Ukraine, right? Them people was displaced. Well, you know, they can go sleep in these abandoned, these abandoned buildings and stuff, and they could, these buildings that been shot at, bombed at and stuff like that, but they've been displaced, right? All because of a war, right? Cool. War causes the destruction of civilizations. Wars destroy the cities and towns of a nation. This chapter 81 of the Holy Quran is now being fulfilled. The sun and the stars, mountains, camels, and wild animals are all mentioned metaphorically in the first 4 verses of this chapter and are not without significance. Now I want to put something in your ear right quick. You got what I'm saying? Yeah, I want to put something in your ear right quick. I want to give you something to think about after you get through this reading or while we're doing this reading. We already know Master Farad Muhammad was a Jew, right? Right? Once again, this is being recorded in 2025. Where's all the destruction going on at? Come on now. This is 2025. We are in the month of July. 2025. Do you remember what is going on? Are they burning over there? Are they burning in the Middle East? Have they united? Have men united themselves yet over there? I'm going to say this to you. This could have been a book that saved some lives in the Middle East. You understand what I'm saying? This could have been a book that saved some lives in the Middle East. I know it's a book for America to sit back, get an understanding to what's going on, and figure out how to stop it before it become a major issue in America. Because once you take away the economic system in America, it's easy to invade. Easy to invade. The sun and the stars, mountains, camels, and wild animals are all mentioned metaphorically in the first 4 verses of this chapter and are not without significance. The coming of God referred to by the prophets is to unite a people who have been divided against self by their enemies. He chose these people for building a better world. Now, how Islam can say that when everything Islam stood on was hate? There's hate within a culture that was presented for the African Black American race in America, but look at the divide in that when Malcolm X was uniting the African American Black community all across America. Come on, all across America, the Black African American community was united. I don't care if you had them. You had them rolling with Martin Luther King. You get me? But we all had the same goal of being free and having civil rights. Come on now, let's look at America today of the Black African American community. How many of your black brothers and sisters are oppressing you? How many? How many? How many of you are oppressing your kids? How many? How many? Wake up, please. Wake up. Remember I said to you a long time ago, the KKK will be proud of you. The Bible's revelation refers to the destruction of the beast and his chief instructor, the dragon. The name beast given here is not referring to our 4-footed animals, but to a people whose rule is like that of a savage beast. Theologians, most of them from the time of Martin Luther, who I think was the author of these terms, beast and dragon, especially the late Pastor Russell and Judge Rutherford, founders of the Jehovah's Witness sector, take the term dragon to refer to the Pope of Rome, the father of the Christian church and the Christian religion. Now, if you really do follow me, you got what I'm saying, and you saw my Revelations reading, and if you didn't catch my Revelations reading, catch it out. Go check it out, go dive in, because I got into the symbolism, and I was under the understanding the dragon deal with Asia. The bear is Russia. These are continents. These are countries. When you talk about the dragon, when you talk about the bear, when you talk about the beast, that part right there, I'm not. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not so how to put it, so up to date with. You get what I'm saying? I'm just not. But always understand Revelations deal with symbolisms. You get me? And you have to figure out what symbol it goes to what continent. Let's dive back into this reading. This is the first time since we have been lost in this part of the earth that we want to unite the black nations of the earth into one under the guidance of God, who is now present. Why do you, slave masters, want to hold them for hostages? Pray. You do not need them. Your machines do the labor that the slaves used to do. Why not let them go? Come on now, why not let them go? Come on now, come on. Why you don't let yourself go off of these drugs? Why haven't you not freed yourself? Why have you not freed yourself from emotional destruction because you keep putting yourself around the wrong people in your life? Every day, emotional destruction. Why have you not let go of that spouse, that boyfriend, that girlfriend that don't love you? That don't love you. I read a post yesterday, and the post was about cheating. You know, I made a comment and I said this right here. Let that person go. Have you tried talking? If that didn't work, let that person go. Have I got to the last part of saying, cheating makes the person that's being cheated on a slave. Because see, if you really love that person that's cheating on you, you're gonna do everything in your possible imagination, financial life to do what? To do what? Keep that person at home, to keep that person from cheating on you, right? Look at all the emotional destruction and financial destruction you're putting upon you behind a person that don't even like you. They don't even want to be with you. When are you going to let yourself free of that? When? When are you? When I tell you you enslave yourself, you enslave yourself. A lot of things in the now is not physical slavery. It is emotional, it is mental. You understand me? Emotional slavery and mental slavery. You want to go to war against Allah and the freedom that Allah came to do for your slaves? Before you, Pharaoh had the same idea. He did not want Israel to go free in a land to themselves. Pharaoh lost the war against Allah and was drowned in the Red Sea. The loser of this war will land in a lake of fire, not water. Not water. Now the lake of fire to me is that sun. You're going to drown in it because it said eternal. You're going to be in hell for an eternity, right? If white America wanted to free her slaves, she could easily do so. This would be simpler and easier than what she is doing. Killing and provoking them through police force, National Guards, and finally the U.S. Army, as we see in Detroit, Michigan. We're going to end this read right there, and we're going to elaborate on some things, you know what I mean, before I get about this. And now remember, that's where Master Farad, Muhammad, and Elijah met over in Detroit, Michigan. I believe it was Detroit, Michigan, because the festival was in Chicago. I want to say this to you, I explained to you before, when you're reading these books of literature, let me say this again. When you're reading these books the now. See, this was released in 1973. So there's going to be some stuff that explains to you we was in physical slavery. You get it? You understand? Do you really see physical slavery today? Do you really? Do you really? I see more emotional and mental slavery than anything. Which means we what? Do this to ourselves, right? We do this to ourselves. Your oppressor can only oppress you if you allow it. If you allow it. If you're not able to speak up, speak up. You don't get that right. If you're not able to speak up, you don't get that at all, right? Let me say something to you. A closed mouth don't get fed, right? Right? So you're going to open your mouth up to eat, right? Open your mouth up to free yourself. Walk away from things. Move on from people. You get it? Stop being the person that's on the ugly side of the stick when you're the most beautiful person in the bunch. You get me? You understand me? They're ugly. You're beautiful. They don't understand you and they want you just like them. You get it? Just like them. If you ever been around a group of people, I don't care if it's a group of men or a group of women, there's always someone in that group that the whole group is trying to break down. It's always one person that the group is trying to break down. You're the most smartest. You're the most feared. You understand me? You're the most smartest and you're the most feared. Honestly, you're the most popular one in the group, for real, for real. Get it? They need you to sustain life. You get it? They need you. You. Peep this out, right? The devil come in all types of sizes, shapes, languages, sizes, shapes, color, languages. It don't matter. Genders. You get what I'm saying? That spirit, that evil soul would jump into a gay person's body to kill the next messenger that has the right message that the masses will listen to. You understand me? Will listen to. You get it? Will listen to. That evil soul, that evil spirit will look, jump in your dog, your cat, your hamster, just to mess your life up. You get what I'm saying? You get it? Look, I don't have all the answers. Get it? I don't. I don't have it all. But one thing I know, I'm close to an understanding of how we can get to heaven. I'm close to an understanding of how we are to present ourselves to each other every day upon this rock. I'm close to an understanding of knowing, and I'm going to say this to you again, I can kill you in the name of whom I pray to and still hold on to my real estate in heaven. You've been with the nasty pastor. I catch you next week. I'm out and I love you.